DoubleK Beats, DoubleK Productions. I am back with another tutorial in Presonus Studio 1.3. This tutorial, I want to go ahead and talk about clarity within the vocals. How do we clean these vocals up and get that clarity to sit right within the instrumental or the stems, whatever the case you may have. So with that being said, I want to tell you to go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button so you'll be notified every time I post something. So thank you for that, and let's go ahead and jump into this. Now, I assume that you have all your levels. You did your gain staging. You have all your levels, and you basically your gain stage. Now you want to add these plugins and to clean up your mix and clean up these vocals and get them sitting right with the instrumental. So in this case, I have a 2-track instrumental, 2-track, End of the Road song recorded by me. And my vocals are one not beat made by me. So with that being said, I assume you have your levels right. So as you see right here, I'm gonna keep all the levels the same. I ain't gonna mess with none of the faders. I'm gonna do what I normally don't do, is mix this from scratch, clean these vocals up from scratch. So let's stop doing all this talking. Let's jump into it, because this tutorial will go longer than what I normally do. But I'm doing this for you, and I'm doing this for my subscribers. So let's jump into it. What I like to do to clean up these vocals, and I'm just gonna play it, let y'all hear how it sounds without any plugins on it, without any cleanup, and this is how it sounds.
I'm at the end of the road, someone please tell me which way to go, cause the path is rolling on, we all need to just hold on and get a grip of it. Hold on tight and don't let go. I like to welcome y'all to the reality show. Let me bring you in to the life we live, to the life of sin, to the life of revenge. While we always at each other's throats, how about someone bring a boat and play for?
As you hear, it's very buried underneath the instrumental. It's not really sitting right within the instrumental. It's muddy, it's boxiness, everything that we as mix engineers like to say about nasty vocals. So with that being said, you heard it, it's not right. It don't have any clarity to the vocals. So what I want to do with you is go ahead and let's get this clarity going. So let's do that right now. In this particular vocals, when I went to mix, I use a Kramer tape because I liked how it gave me that crunch saturation sound with it. So let's go ahead and show y'all what I done with it. And I didn't put this back on default, so this is what I like to use on my Kramer tape. I go to master, and then I go to clean and open, put it on clean and open. It got too much air in it, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and take out some of this air, white noise, whatever y'all want to call it. Take out some of that flutter. Definitely take out this noise right here. And this is all I do with it. I'll put just a little bit back into it. Not too much overpowering. So, because I don't like how it sounds. So I take it out like that and take out the noise. But you hear the noise. Let's bypass it. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back, full effect. Sorry, got kids and I got the wife, so I try to do this for my subscribers, man. Keep these tutorials going. So with that, bypassing, let's unbypass it, and you can hear the noise, the old tape effect that used to hear back in Michael Jackson's and all the old school Temptations. They had this nice little noise floor. It sounded so good. So with that, let's see it. Just adds it just a little bit. So with that, I added that inside this one.
I'm at the end of the road, someone please tell me which way to go, cause the path is rolling on.
And you really can't tell the difference now, to be honest with you, because once I start compressing and adding EQs, you can start hearing it taking effect even more. So let's go ahead and show y'all what I do on this EQ. Let's do it from scratch. Like I say, I never normally don't do this, but I want to do this for the subscribers, man. Let's go ahead and try to EQ these vocals, see what we can get. See if we can get these vocals to sit right within the instrumental. Sorry, I got a train coming, so let's go.
I'm at the end of the road, someone please rolling on, we all need to just hold on and get a grip of it. Hold on tight and don't let go. I like to welcome y'all to the reality show. Let me bring you in to the life we live. never will. The message I'm trying to send will never get in of the minds of.
Oh yeah, one other thing. This is how you do it. Some guy asked me. Sorry, I got a request. He asked me how, without using a mouse or whatnot. This is how you go about messing with the cue, the band or whatnot. Cue it up like this. You just do it like that, and that's on every EQ, even on a stock plug-in one. So I did give a request on that, and that's how you do it. You go about messing with the bands, just like that. So. But I do it on my mouse, so let's get back in. I'm at the end of the road.
You just hold out and get a grip of it. Hold that go. I like to welcome y'all to the reality show. Let me bring you in to the life we live, to the life we said, to the life of revenge. While we always at each other's throats, how about someone bring a the message I'm trying to send will never get in of the minds of you. It's up to listen to get a clue. Marky, who are you? No one's gonna. I'm here to tell you, and all of never give up on you. All right. Tell you how to live your life to the I'm at the end of the road. Just hold on and get a grip of it. Hold on tight and don't let go. I like you went to the life you live, to the life you see. Bring a boat and play for. It don't make sense to me. We'll never get in of the minds of you.
Let's bypass it and turn it back on. Let's see what we got.
I'm at the end of the road. Someone please tell me which way to go. Cause the path we're rolling on. We all need to just hold on and get a grip of it. Hold on tight and don't let go. I like to welcome y'all to the reality show. Let me bring you in to the life we live, to the life we said, to the life of revenge. While we always at each other's throats, how about someone bring a boat and play for? It don't make sense to me, I guess it never will. The message I'm trying to send will never get in.
And as you hear, there's the clarity coming out. It's starting to sit right with this within this instrumental. So as you hear, it's starting to sit right with this instrument. So I mean, my contact's messing up. Within this instrumental. So that's just correcting that muddiness right there, and then just bringing up a little bit of air within it, and finding that sweet spot. As you've seen with this band right here, I found the sweet spot and just brought it up a little bit so I can make it sound present. Now, in this particular one, this is how I did it. Now, in other mixes, I could just take out bad frequencies, and then another EQ I boost. So this mix, I'm just showing you what I done on this mix. Now, my new mix is what I do in different mix, which I will get to that and show y'all that on another tutorial. I subtract, and I come back with another pro EQ and then add. You get what I'm saying? So there's no wrong way, no wrong or right way to do it. That's what we mean by that. So let's keep moving on, man. Compressor. That's on default. Let's go ahead and try to compress this. I don't like none of this analog stuff, and I just use this as a compressor. You can use it as a limiter, and simple compressor. So let's see what this compressor do for us.
I'm at the end of the road. Someone please tell me which way to go. Cause the path we're rolling on. We all need to just hold on and get a grip of it. Hold tight, don't let go. I like to welcome y'all to the reality show. Let me bring you in to the life we live, to the life we said, to the life of revenge. While we always at each other's throats, how about someone bring a boat and play for? It don't make sense to me, I guess it never will. The message I'm trying to send will never get in of the minds of you. What I speak is all true, what I'm thinking of you. Turn your speakers up to listen to get a clue. Marky, who are you? No one's gonna listen to you. That might be true, but I'm here to tell you, and all of you, never give up on you. Strive for what you believe in. No one's gonna wanna see you win. Make the most of it.
Let's bypass it and then unbypass it so you're gonna see what I got going.
I'm at the end of the road. Someone please tell me which way to go. Cause the path is rolling on. We all need to just hold on and get a grip of it. Hold on tight and don't let go. I like to welcome y'all to the reality show. Let me bring you in to the life we live, to the life of sin, to the life of revenge. While we always.
And as you see, I'm very dynamic when I record, and plus the other mic that I had. Shout out to the unboxing that I just did on this new microphone that I'm on right now. So on the new microphone right now. So just wanted to point that out because I did say I was going to tell y'all when I did it. As you see, I'm doing about 7.5 dB because I'm very dynamic when I rap on my stuff. I'm very all over the place. I'm really in the zone. So I'm up here and I'm back close to the mic. Then I'm way back here. I'm going to just hit the mic. So
I'm at the end of the road. Someone please tell me which way to go. Cause the path is rolling on. We all need to just hold on and get it.
But I like that. I like that compressor. So what I like to do is come back with a de-esser. Let's tame these S's, man. So I already boost some of them highs in the EQing part. So now I'm gonna just contain them S's because I really did a big shelf right here. So let's go ahead and contain that. Let's contain that. Put a de-esser. What I like to do, I like to go ahead and get a default. I found the best default for my particular vocals. I mean, everybody else that I mix, you know, I do it differently. But mine, I like the mild, male wideband, and I just do it with my taste. So let's get into it.
I'm at the end of the road. Someone please tell me which way to go. Cause the path is rolling on.
And that sounds about right for me. And I leave it on look ahead, and I leave it on wideband. I leave it on that, and I just rock with it. And as you hear, it's doing its job, taking out some of the T's and them S's, and quick, fast filter de-esser. And I'm sorry, man, my family in the back if you hear that. But quick, fast filter de-ess. And I'll just leave it at that, and I go on by my.
I'm at the end of the road. Someone please tell me which way to go.
Bypass it and unbypass it so you can see what it's.
I'm at the end of the road. Someone please tell me which way to go. Cause the path is rolling on. We all need to just hold on and get a grip of it. Hold on tight and don't let go. I like to welcome y'all to the reality show. Let me bring you in to the life we live.
And there it is. And I like that you can see too that what it is really hitting as a show. It really hits that. So that's what I do with that. And I come back with a VMR. And what I like to do with the VMR, the Slate Digital, is just add a little bit more clarity, what we talking about. Clean it up a little bit more, a little bit of air back in, a little bit more space so it can sit well with this instrumental. So let's go ahead and get into it. Turn it on and I'll show you what we got.
I'm at the end of the road. Someone please tell me which way to go. Cause the path is rolling on. We all need to just hold on and get a grip of it. Hold on tight and don't let go. I like to welcome y'all to the reality show. Let me bring you in to the life we live, to the life of sin, to the life of revenge. While we always at each other's throats. How about someone bring a boat and pay for 'em? It don't make sense to me, I guess it never will. The message I'm trying to send will never get in of the minds of you. What I speak is all true. What I'm thinking of you. Turn your speakers up to listen to get a clue. Marky, who are you? No one's gonna listen to you. That might be true, but I'm here to tell you and all of you, never give up on you. Strive for what you believe in. No one's gonna wanna see you win. Make the most of it. All running to rich. When rich playing too hard to get rich, want you to quit. Well, tell rich I'ma keep coming for rich. Standing ovation to the one that give. Don't let other people tell you how to live. Live your life to the fullest. They got these chains and these ropes on us cause they steady trying to pull us under. I'm at the end of the road. Someone please tell me which way to go. Cause the path is rolling on. We all need to just hold on and get a grip of it. Hold on tight and don't let go. I like to welcome y'all to the reality show. Let me bring you in to the life we live, to the life of sin, to the life of revenge. While we always at each other's throats. How about someone bring a boat and pay for 'em? It don't make sense to me, I guess it never will. The message I'm trying to send will never get in of the minds of you. What I speak is all true. What I think speaking to you. Turn your speakers up to listen to get a clue. Marky, who are you? No one's gonna listen to you. That might be true, but I'm here to tell you and all of you, never give up on you. Strive for what you believe in. No one's gonna wanna see you win. Make the most of it. All running to rich. When rich playing too hard to get rich, want you to quit. But tell rich, I'ma keep coming for rich.
And as you see that I bypassed it, turned it on, turned it off, you could definitely hear that it cleans it up even more as I go down the chain from starting it off with the EQ and the compression and backdoor de-essing. I definitely want to put some of that back in there. Then now you're asking me why did I de-ess and come back with 2 EQs, because that's the way I just want to contain S's and not take out, not have a CISP or whatever you want to call it, not have that in there. So I just de-ess it all the way out right after compressor, and then backdoor come back with a little bit more high frequency, a little bit more high mid frequency, as you've seen that I boosted, and that's what I like. So let's go ahead and jump to the channel strip, and that's what I like. It sounded right to me, and we're gonna jump to the channel strip. What else? These are the plugins I use to clean up vocals, just to be honest with you.
I'm at the end of the road. Someone please tell me which way to go. Cause the path we rolling on. We all need to just hold on and get a grip of it. Hold on tight and don't let go. I like to welcome y'all to the reality show. Let me bring you in to the life we live, to the life we sin, to the life of revenge. While we always at each other's throats. How about someone bring a boat and pray for 'em? It don't make sense to me. I guess it never will. The message I'm trying to send will never get in. Of the minds of you, what I speak is all true. What I thinking of you, turn your speakers up to listen to get a clue. Marky, who are you? No one's gonna listen to you. That might be true, but I'm here to tell you and all of you, never give up on you. Strive for what you believe in. No one's gonna wanna see you win. Make the most of it. All running to rich. When rich playing too hard to get rich, want you to quit. But tell rich, I'ma keep coming for rich. Standing ovation to the one that give. Don't let
I'm bypassing and unbypass.
I'm at the end of the road. Someone please tell me which way to go. Cause the path we rolling on. We all need to just hold on and get a grip of it. Hold on tight and don't let go. I like to welcome y'all to the reality show. Let me bring you in to the life we live, to the life we sin, to the life of revenge. While we always at each other's throats. How about someone bring a boat and play?
And that's what I do with this channel strip. Stock plug-in, but it worked for me. I don't use the compressor side. I use the EQ and just add a little bit more. Now, I do want to say, if it do get too harsh to my ears, the S's and stuff, after I done de-ess it, I might come back with another de-esser. You get what I'm saying? So if it do sound too harsh and the S's start coming back, once I start adding more high frequencies in there and mids and all that back into it, if it gets too harsh, just go ahead and put another de-esser. It's not gonna hurt nothing, but slightly do it if you want. If you have to de-ess something, just slightly do it, not too much de-essing. That way you ain't compressing too much of them S's. You're just putting a little bit more back onto it. And with that being said, now the R-Vox. This is what I do. Last plug-in on the chain, compress just a little bit. Fast attack, fast release, just to control everything. So let's see.
I'm at the end of the road. Someone please tell me which way to go. Cause the path we rolling on. We all need to just hold on and get a grip of it. Hold on tight and don't let go. I like to welcome y'all to the reality show. Let me bring you in to the life we live, to the life we sin, to the life of revenge. While we always at each other's throats. How about someone bring a boat and pray for 'em? It don't make sense to me. I guess it never will. The message I'm trying to send will never get in. Of the minds of you, what I speak is all true. What I'm thinking of you, turn your speakers up to listen to get a clue. Marky, who are you? No one's gonna listen to you. That might be true, but I'm here to tell you and all of you, never give up on you. Strive for what you believe in. No one's gonna wanna see you win. Make the most of it. All running to rich. When rich playing too hard to get rich, want you to quit. But tell rich, I'ma keep coming for rich. Standing ovation to the one that give. Don't let other people tell you how to live. Live your life to the fullest. They got these chains and these ropes on us cause they steady trying to pull us under. I'm at the end of the road. Someone please tell me which way to go. Cause the battery rolling on. We all need to just hold on and get a grip of it. Hold on tight and don't let go. I like to welcome y'all to the reality show. Let me bring you in to the life we live, to the life of sin, to the life of revenge. While we always at each other's throats. How about someone bring a boat and pay for 'em? It don't make sense to me, I guess it never will. The message I'm trying to send will never get in. Of the minds of you, what I speak is all true. What I'm thinking of you, turn your speakers up to listen to get a clue. Marky, who are you? No one's gonna listen to you. That might be true, but I'm here.
And as I bypassed it and turned it back on, you definitely could hear that it did something. But what I like to do in this compressor, let me explain to you, is, yes, as I like to use this CLA2A, I don't have a fast attack, a fast release. It gives you that analog and straight what you got. You got a peak and you got a gain. And that's all CLA2A gives you from waves. So I like that. That's why I like that, because I'm going to come back with another compressor and basically fast attack, fast release it. That way my transient ain't getting too out of control, but I definitely don't want to take my dynamic range and then squash all that. So I definitely just come back with the last compressor just a slight. And as you see, I'm getting negative 0.5 dB, and that's fine with me. But if it's getting sort of too pumpy or whatever, I might come back on that. You get what I'm saying? I might come back on that. So with that, it's sounding real good to me. As of right now, it's sounding clear, up front, ready to sit right with this mix. Now reverb and delays come in, it's even better that way. So that's the way I like to approach vocals. Now every time I mix a client's vocal, from clients to my brothers or whoever I'm mixing, it's gonna be totally different mix. So don't get me wrong on that. But definitely me, I record myself all the time. I know where I need to be sitting. Get what I'm saying? So with that being said, as you hear from what you heard before, I did all these tweaks to these plugins, so now it definitely sounds right. It sounds good to me, and I'm gonna try to get that sitting right within this instrumental so I can send it to get it mastered and stuff like that. So, or master it myself, but if I want to send it off, now that mastering engineer got something good to work with. So
I'm at the end of the road. Someone please tell me.
And as I turn these plugins off and turn them back on, just pay attention.
I'm at the end of the road. Someone please tell me which way to go. Cause the battery rolling on. We all need to just hold on and get a grip of it. Hold on tight and don't let go. I like to welcome y'all to the reality show. Let me bring you in to the life we live, to the life of sin, to the life of revenge. While we always at each other's throats. How about someone bring a boat and pay for 'em? It don't make sense to me.
And it's sounding too, it do sound a little bit more airy and out there, and with my voice, I don't need to be too thin, so I might go back in the VMR, and that's just these little tweaks you start doing as you see this reviver. That's why I like to use the reviver. I can add a little bit more thickness back into it, a little bit more warmth, and I might go back to the first EQ and take out, add a little bit, either add a little bit or take off some of these highs right here. You get what I'm saying? If I'm sounding too thin, I might boost a little bit of the mids back into that low mid frequency, just a little slight. That way it ain't too muddy, but as you add some of that warmth back into it. And that's just the little tweaks as you go on mixing. You get what I'm saying? You just, after you get your stuff clear, you just start going back at what you hear in your headphones or monitors, whatever you mixing on, you start hearing stuff like that. You just go back and tweak stuff to get it sounding right, get that clarity out the vocal. And that's what I mean by clarity out the vocal. So just little things like that, and you'll get that. You'll get it sitting right.
I'm at the end of the road. Someone please tell me which way to go. Cause the battery rolling on. We all need to just hold on and get a grip of it. Hold on tight and don't let go. I like to welcome y'all to the reality show. Let me bring you in to the life we live, to the life of sin, to the life of revenge. While we always at each other's throats. How about someone?
And you definitely don't want that boxing there. So there it is, fellas. And let's see one more time I got with y'all. I'm at 23. I'm about to be 24. I'm way over the limit of what I normally like to do, but this is for my subscribers and for you if you're new to this channel. So this is for you. And I normally don't do the straight mixing plug-in stuff. I normally show you what I already have. So this was a great mixing tutorial to make for my subscribers, and also you if you haven't subscribed to the channel. So let me just add these reverbs and stuff back on there, and then I'll be ending this tutorial. Can I do that with you? And we're gonna see how it sounds with all this back on there.
I'm at the end of the road. Someone please tell me which way to go. Cause the battery rolling on. We all need to just hold on and get a grip of it. Hold on tight and don't let go. I like to welcome y'all to the reality show. Let me bring you in to the life we live, to the life of sin, to the life of revenge. While we always at each other's throats. How about someone bring a boat and pray? Don't let other people tell you how to live. Live your life to the fullest. They got these chains and these ropes on us cause they steady trying to pull us under. I'm at the end of the road and I don't know. I'm at the end of the road and I don't know. Someone tell me which way to go, cause I don't know. Someone tell me which way to go. I'm at the end of the road. Time to take these ropes off and let me go. Stop holding on things that you might never know. Holding on things that might never show. Take control of yourself and let it go.
And there it is, fellas. So with that being said, one more thing. For the subscriber that asked for this, sorry, real quick. For the subscriber that asked for this is how you do it. This is how you move the bands up. I know I showed you on the other EQ, but this is stock EQ. This is what he asked about anyway. He asked about the stock. This is how you move it without using a mouse. You just mess with these. Or you can use a mouse. But you ask about not the mouse. This is how you move it. This is how you sweep. This is how you find out how you want your stuff to sound. Just sweep it, sweep it, sweep it. And that's how you do it. So thank you for tuning in to this tutorial. If you like what you're seeing, hit the subscribe button. More tutorials coming your way. So I do want to say, go ahead, if you need a mix done, go ahead and email me. It'll be down here at the bottom. Email me, and I will get your mix sounding good for you. So with that being said, DoubleK Beats, tuning in, tuning out. Holla, man.